About 2 years ago, I was driving home late at night after a family reunion. The drive was about 2 hours, but I couldn't stay overnight because I had work the next day. Most of the road was surrounded by thick bushes and tall trees, the kind of place that already feels creepy, even in daylight. About 45 minutes into the drive, I suddenly got extremely tired. You know that kind of tired that hits you out of nowhere? Yeah, that. I knew I wouldn't last much longer, but there was nowhere safe to stop. So I made a bad decision. I pulled over onto the grass, hiding my car behind some bushes so passing drivers wouldn't notice me. Cars weren't constant, but one passed every few minutes. I checked the time, 11:22, and fell asleep. I woke up to a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds. I was still so tired that I didn't even bother checking. I just went back to sleep. Then I woke up again. Same scratching sound. This time it was 12:40. But now, it didn't stop. At first, I told myself it was probably just an animal. But then I thought, why would it come back almost an hour later? That's when I checked my rearview mirror. I barely caught a glimpse of something running back into the woods. At that moment, one thought hit me. The Hook killer story. The one where something scratches the car, and when you step out, you're dead. Nope. I started the car and got out of there fast. There was a bend about 100 yards ahead. As I turned it, I saw a car parked on the side of the road, driver's door wide open. I slowed down just enough to look. No one inside. Then I checked my rearview mirror. Nothing. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a guy came sprinting around the corner behind me. He was screaming, "Hey! Hey you! Get out of the car! Now!" Yeah, no chance. I hit the gas and got the hell out of there. I never saw that guy again. Moral of the story? Never fall asleep on the side of a dark, empty road.
My husband and I had the same nightmare, but from different sides. During lockdown, something really disturbing started happening. Almost every night, my husband and I would wake up from dreams that felt connected. But one night was different. That night, it went too far. In my dream, I was standing in our back garden. Everything looked normal, except for one thing. There was a clown. He didn't speak. He just handed me a shovel, and I started digging. We dug for what felt like hours, deeper and deeper and deeper. I didn't even question it, until suddenly the clown stopped. He leaned in close to my ear and whispered, "You just dug your own grave." I woke up screaming. My heart was racing. I shook my husband awake immediately, and before I could even explain my dream, he looked at me, terrified, and said, "I just had a nightmare too." I asked him what he saw. He said, "The devil came to take you away." I froze. Then he added one last thing, and it was dressed like a clown.
I stepped on something. It wasn't a rock. I was about 7 or 8 when it happened, and I still wish I never felt it. We used to go to this fake beach in South Georgia, not a real lake. Just a huge man-made pond with sand dumped around it. Palm trees, grills, families everywhere. It looked fun, but something about it always felt off. There was this small island about 30 yards from shore. All the kids would swim out to it. I wasn't a strong swimmer, so I had this weird way of getting there. I'd bounce, jump, touch the bottom, push up, repeat. That day, I was halfway there. I jumped down again, expecting sand, but instead, my foot pressed into something soft. Not mud, not a rock, a face. I remember it clearly. My toe slid over what felt like a nose. And then, here, long, soft strands of hair slipped between my toes, moving with the water. I froze. My whole body went cold. I didn't even scream. I just scrambled back toward shore as fast as I could, heart pounding so hard, I thought I'd pass out. I sat there, silent, shaking. Didn't tell anyone. Didn't understand what I felt. Not yet. A little while later, everything changed. Parents started shouting, running up and down the beach, calling out a name, over and over again. A little boy was missing. People jumped into the water, searching near that same island. right where I had been, right where I felt it. And then they found him. They pulled his body out of the water, right in front of everyone, right in front of me. I didn't say a word. Not then, not ever. But I knew exactly where he had been, because I stepped on his face. I'm 47 now, and I can still feel that hair slipping between my toes.
I think I accidentally pushed my nightmare into my sister's head. Last night, I made a mistake. I was up late reading a book set in Mongolia, and there was this one scene I really wish I hadn't read before bed. A black horse, dying. Not just dying slowly, painfully, described in graphic detail. It stuck in my head. When I turned off the lights, I couldn't stop seeing it. That same image, over and over again. So I did something weird. I closed my eyes and forced myself to push the image away, like literally imagined it leaving my mind. I kept thinking, go away, not mine, get out. Eventually, I fell asleep. No nightmares, nothing strange, just normal dreams. But the next morning, my sister came downstairs looking shaken. She asked me, "Did you have any weird dreams last night?" I said no. Then she told me hers. She said she was standing in a huge open field, and everywhere she looked, there were dead black horses, dozens of them, just lying there, silent. She said she felt like they were watching her, even though they weren't moving. And the worst part, my sister loves horses. She's never had a nightmare about them before. She was genuinely terrified. I didn't say anything at first, but my stomach dropped, because the image she described was almost exactly what I tried to get rid of. Now, can't stop thinking about it. Did I just get lucky? Or did I actually send my nightmare somewhere else? Be honest. Do you think dreams can transfer between people? Something in my house pretended to be my mom, and I was only 7. I still don't know what I saw that day, but I remember every detail. I was 7 years old, home alone with my dad. He was in his room, watching TV like always. The house felt normal, quiet, safe, until I saw it. Behind the couch, something fluffy, not like a toy, not like an animal, just wrong. I stepped closer, it moved, and then it vanished. I froze, but I was a kid, so I brushed it off, told myself it was nothing. The next day, I saw it again, this time outside the window, sliding, crawling, watching. That's when I started thinking maybe it was my imaginary friend. I even told my family about it. They laughed. Said I was making things up. Later that day, I went to the bathroom. That's when I heard my mom's voice. "Come on, we're going to Disneyland." I remember feeling pure excitement. I rushed out, but something felt off. The house was silent, too silent. No footsteps, no voices. I checked outside. All the cars were still there. Nobody had left. My heart started pounding. I slowly walked toward my dad's room, and that's when I saw it again. The fluffy thing, but this time, there wasn't just one. There were many, multiplying, spreading across the floor, the walls, until they started merging together, forming something darker, something human-shaped, a shadow, standing there, watching me. It began to move toward me, slowly, reaching out. I ran, locked myself in the bathroom just as it got close. Then, bang, something hit the door. I screamed, and suddenly, "Why are you screaming?" It was my mom, standing outside, normal, calm, like nothing happened. I opened the door, shaking. "Why did you leave me alone?" She looked confused. "We never left the house, and we never said anything about Disneyland." To this day, I don't trust voices I hear when I'm alone, because something in that house knew exactly how to sound like my mom.